Hello everyone, today I am going to explain my practical number 14. First, I include the header files that is used for input and output functions and for using functions like malloc and freeoff. Next, I define a structure called employee. This structure has three members, name, ID and salary. A character array to store the employee names, an ID for an integer for employee ID, and salary a float to store salary. Inside the main of function, I declare n for the number of employees, an index variable I, and a pointer emp of type struct employee and a file pointer fp. And I first ask the user to enter how many employees should be stored. Then I dynamically allocate the memory for n employees using emp. And if memory allocation fails, the program prints an error message that ends. And next, I collect employee details from the user. Inside a loop, I take the employee's name, ID and the salary. These values are stored directly to the dynamically allocated structure array using emp of I. After storing the data, I open a file named employee.txt in write mode using fp. Fopen, a file doesn't open, I free the memory and exit. Inside another loop, I write each employee's data of the file to the using fprintf. Then I close the file. Next, I reopen the same file in read mode to display the saved data. If the file cannot be read, the program exits. To read the data back, I use temporary variables name, ID and salary. I use a while loop with fscanf to read each line from the line until end of the file. Inside the loop, I print the employee's name, ID and salary. Finally, I close the file, free the dynamically allocated memory and use system of pass and return 0. This is how the program handles structures, dynamic memory allocation, writing to a file, reading the file back to the display employee records. Thank you.